Welcome everyone to This Explainer. I am so thrilled you're joining us today. Today we're basically slapping on our detective hats and embarking on this really fascinating journey right into local legal history. Whether you're researching a piece of property you want to buy, checking out a local business, or honestly just satisfying your own personal curiosity, navigating public records can kind of feel like wandering through a maze. But today, we are going to completely clear that path for you.
Unlock the secrets of Greenville County's legal past right from your home, without spending a dime. That right there is our absolute mission today. We're going to learn exactly how to pull back the curtain on South Carolina's judicial system using literally nothing but your computer and a Wi-Fi connection. There are absolutely no special credentials required for this, and zero hidden fees to worry about when you're searching online.
So, here's our quick roadmap for today. First, an intro to court records, then accessing those records online, mastering the search tools, troubleshooting and privacy rules, and finally, a conclusion and legal disclaimer. All right, let's dive right in.
Section 1. Intro to Court Records. Let's cover the absolute basics first.
Now, because we're operating under South Carolina's Open Records Framework, you actually have a fundamental right to access these documents. But here's the catch. Greenville County's records are incredibly decentralized. They aren't just sitting in one giant magical folder on a server. They're actually managed by various constitutional officers, statutory custodians, and a whole bunch of specialized electronic databases. And they hold everything. We're talking civil lawsuits, criminal dockets, administrative actions, the whole shebang. So the real trick isn't just knowing that the records are public. It's knowing exactly how the county divides up all this complex legal data.
So think of this breakdown as your personal treasure map for navigating that decentralized system. If you're looking for a massive civil dispute over $7,500, well, you're heading straight to the Court of Common Pleas. Searching for felony criminal records, that's going to be General Sessions. Now, Magistrate Court handles civil claims up to $7,500 and lower-level offenses. Then you have the Municipal Court for cities traffic and misdemeanor infractions, Family Court for domestic and juvenile matters, and Probate Court for estates and marriage licenses. It's like a giant puzzle where each distinct legal domain has its own custodian and, a lot of the time, its own highly specific online portal URL.
All right, moving on to Section 2, accessing records online. Let's take a look at your digital gateways.
You're mostly going to be bouncing between a few main portals. There's the Municipal Court portal for your city infractions and dedicated spots for family and probate courts. But honestly, the absolute crown jewel of your research is going to be the South Carolina Judicial Department, or the SCJD, Public Index. This is the big one. It's the primary database for the Court of Common Pleas, General Sessions, and Magistrate Court. For the vast majority of your digital sleuthing, this is where you'll be spending your time.
And here's the absolute best part of all this: the cost. Searching and viewing these digital records online from the comfort of your own couch, it's $0. Completely, 100% free. Now, to put that into perspective, if you were to actually walk into the clerk of court's office downtown to get printed copies, it would cost you 25 cents per page, or $10 just to have a single document certified. So yeah, unless you really enjoy paying by the page, your wallet can stay safely tucked away while you search from home.
Okay, Section 3, Mastering the Search Tools. We're going to zoom right in on that SCJD Public Index. So here is your fail-proof 4-step sequence for the Public Index. First up, you absolutely have to click to accept the legal disclaimer on the portal, or you literally won't even see the search fields, it just blocks you. Second, input your search parameters, like a name or a case number. Third, refine your results by filtering the date range or selecting the specific court type, like Common Pleas versus General Sessions. And fourth, once you click into a specific case, always look for the Actions tab on the left side of the page to see the chronological list of filings. Now let's look a little closer at Step 2. Putting in those search parameters, because formatting matters tremendously here. If you have the exact case number, absolutely use it. It's going to give you laser precision. But you have to type the full 13 digits with 0 dashes. For example, 2024 CP 100001. Now, on the flip side, if you're searching by name, you must format it with the last name first, followed by a space, and then the first name. So it has to be Ramsey James, definitely not James Ramsey. Okay, I've got a massive pro tip for you here straight from our source material, and it's going to save you so many headaches. The wild card. By just throwing an asterisk into your search, you can actually capture partial matches or weird alternate spellings. For example, if you search RAMS*Y, the database is brilliantly going to pull up cases for both Ramsey with an E and Ramsey with an A. It is just a fantastic trick for catching records when you aren't exactly sure how a clerk might have quickly typed the name into the system like a decade ago.
Moving right along to Section 4, Troubleshooting and Privacy Rules. Basically how to overcome the inevitable roadblocks.
So this is, without a doubt, the number one most frustrating question new users ask. You found the civil case, you click the Actions tab exactly like we talked about, but wait, there's no little page icon on the right side to click. Where in the world is the actual PDF document?
Well, if you can't click a document, there's usually a pretty logical reason for it. First off, you might just be looking at a criminal case in general sessions. Those cases only display basic file information online, not the actual document images for privacy reasons. Second, the file might have been sealed by a judge. Third, sometimes the documents are just hiding under the Associated Cases tab instead, so always check there. And finally, some older physical files simply aren't digitized yet. They're held at an off-site record retention facility, and according to the click of court, those generally take a couple of business days to retrieve once you officially request them.
Now, if you absolutely must see the actual physical warrants, indictments, or sentence sheets for those felony criminal cases, you're going to have to step away from the keyboard. You actually have to visit the Criminal Records Department in person. That is located in Suite 228 at the Greenville County Courthouse downtown, right at 305 East North Street. And don't worry, they also have public access terminals right there in the office if you need to do self-directed research on site. Now, as digital detectives, we do have to play by the rules, right? Because these systems are carefully configured to protect personal privacy while still fulfilling public disclosure laws. Automated scraping is strictly prohibited. Using bots, massive data scrapers, or repetitive querying software goes entirely against the portal's terms of service. We just need to do our searching manually, ethically, and responsibly.
On a quick technical note, if the site just isn't loading right for you, double-check your browser settings. You really need to have JavaScript and cookies enabled. But most importantly, you absolutely must add an exception to your pop-up blocker for the county websites. The pop-up blocker is literally the invisible enemy here, and it's the biggest culprit by far when users complain that their document images are failing to open.
Finally, Section 5, Conclusion and Legal Disclaimer. Time to wrap up our investigation. Let's do a quick recap of your brand new toolkit. You now know to kick off most of your searches at the SJD Public Index. You know that case numbers demand 13 digits straight through with no dashes, and names always go last name first. You know the awesome power of the wildcard asterisk. You understand the strict rules against data scraping, and you know exactly when a stubbornly missing document means it's time to just head down to the courthouse on East North Street. You are completely equipped to navigate this decentralized system with total confidence.
Before we sign off, I do need to share this really vital reminder. While this explainer provides a comprehensive guide on accessing court records, it is not intended to offer legal advice. Always consult a legal professional for specific legal matters. Remember, we're acting as eager researchers today, not attorneys. Which leaves us with just one final exciting question. Armed with all this new knowledge, successfully navigating through the county's digital archives absolutely free of charge, what secrets will you discover in Greenville County's legal past today? The archives are officially open and waiting for you. Happy researching, and thanks so much for exploring with us.